Peterson with Remax One, sitting here with Tom Horn Jr. over at Mid-America Mortgage. We haven't done a video in probably 3 weeks, so it's kind of exciting to be back. Today we're going to talk about the stages of a mortgage loan, why certain things are really important that they get done, and kind of what role the lender is going to play kind of behind the scenes once we have an executed contract. So when you receive an executed contract, what are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for dates, we're looking for loan amount, sales price, we're looking for who's paying what, and that's pretty much it as far as we're documenting
So you're looking for dates.
dates.
Like what kind of dates? So the dates that you're looking for, the dates that are important to you.
Dates that are important to me, the financing date, we're looking for the executed date and the end of your option date. Those are the important dates.
Okay. So the option date's important because once that's over, we've already negotiated repairs,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're going to order the appraisal to make sure the house is going to appraise.
Correct. That's what happens
Okay.
right after that.
And then your third-party financing date is important because
Third-party financing date's important because we have to have full financing approval ahead of schedule.
okay. So after you review the file, confirm all the
Mhm.
dates, confirm the amounts, what do you do with it?
Well, after I've gathered all my initial documentation that I've requested from you, the borrower, once we get the contract, I review it, and then after that, I'm going to order a title request and then a couple other things that I can handle on my own. And then we're going to turn that file over to my processor.
What does the processor do? What is their job in a transaction?
Well, the processor, it's an added layer of security, quality control for the borrower. We want to make sure that we're providing a good quality product for you, the borrower. The processor is going to go review everything that I've obtained from the borrower, and they're going to review it and see if there's anything that I missed or that's needed for that particular type of loan. And then once the processor does all that, she or he's going to develop a package to get submitted to underwriting.
Okay, so what is underwriting's role in a transaction?
Underwriting's role is to, one, review all of our documents, make sure that we've submitted everything that's needed for that loan. Underwriting also reviews for like federal guidelines, regulations, and all that stuff, make sure that we're in line with that type of product. Excuse me. And what the underwriter is going to do is review what we've submitted, and they're either going to approve the loan for a clear to close, or they're going to issue a conditional approval. And the conditional approval may be waiting on the appraisal, or waiting on an updated bank statement, or a final pay stub, or there's a number of different things that majority of the time is not super intensive to get, or it's not real strenuous of a task or something. Yeah.
Okay. So, just to reiterate it, I guess. So you get the file,
Mm-hmm.
you check the dates, you check the amounts, make sure everything is kosher where it needs to be, and everything's fine. You're going to prepare this packet.
Correct.
You're going to send it to a processor.
Mm-hmm.
The processor is going to look over everything, and this is a lender's way to have quality control over something.
Right.
Okay. And then from the processor, once she confirms she has everything and everything's good with this file, she's going to send it to underwriting.
Correct.
Or he or she will send it to underwriting. And then underwriting is going to go through, and they're just going to make sure everything's good. They're going to make sure they have all the documents they need. They're either going to approve it or they're going to approve it with conditions, and it could just be whatever conditions.
Correct.
Okay. So after underwriting is done,
Mm-hmm.
you have to order a CD.
Correct.
So what is a CD?
A CD is called a closing disclosure.
When does it have to be ordered?
We have to have that 3 days before we close.
And does it need to be signed the day you send it?
It's very important that you sign it the day that we send it to you. Yes.
Why?
Well, for one, we have to, if you sign it the day after, we gotta wait 3 days. So we wanna make sure that we're meeting deadlines. We don't wanna extend your closing date. Some of the times we have plenty of time if you did make an error or you weren't able to sign it in time, that we have time to adjust. But sometimes we're right on that deadline where we need you to sign it that day we send it to you so we can close on the day that's in the contract.
So when you get the CD back that's signed, do you send that to title? And that's where they balance, or how does that?
Yeah, so once you sign the CD, it's gonna come back to us, and that part of the checklist is taken care of. After we take care of that, we're gonna make sure that we balance with the title company as far as all the title company fees. We're gonna generate your closing costs. We're gonna verify the numbers. You should, by this point, you should already know exactly how much it's gonna be, or to a variance of a short number. You know, it might be off $100 or $200, but that's some of the things that we're gonna work on during, once you sign the CD. We're gonna draft all the documents that are needed for the day of closing, and yeah.
So I think we just covered what happens between getting the CD signed and the actual closing date is when you're gonna draft all the documents and balance out with title, get everything ready. And then what is funding and how long does it take?
Funding is the exchange of money from the lender to the title company, from the title company to the seller. That's what that is.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
How long can it take?
The funding process is pretty simple on our end. Our company does a lot of digital electronic signatures, so most of the stuff that's needed to be reviewed is already in the system electronically signed. So the actual documents that we need to have signed are the ink documents, and those have to come back to us for review. Once our company reviews all the document signatures and checks over everything, it shouldn't take no more than an hour or two to actually fund the transaction, and that's a good thing.
And once you're funded, title, I think I've had title call me, I've had Tom call me. So you'll maybe get 2 calls. You'll get the lender call, you'll get a title call.
You get a call from everybody. That's
just
the
telling
that's
you
the
that
best
you're
part,
funded, and then at that point you go get your keys. So, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I think forgot to mention that during the process, the reason for having the CD in the 3 days is that it gives you time to review what you're going to be signing. It gives you time to gather up your money. If there's someone that's helping you make the decision on the deal, it gives you time to actually go to them and let them look at some of this stuff. And it's just an added layer of security in your interest.
So when they get the CD, that's going to tell them how much money they need to bring to
Correct.
the table when they close. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really important that when you do get the CD, before you actually sign it, to look it over and read it. And if you have any questions about it, definitely reach out to the lender to ask those questions.
And a lot of this stuff is behind the scenes, like we're saying, but it's all in your favor. It's all quality control, and we want to deliver a quality product.
Excellent. Okay, well that's all I have. Is that all you have?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching, and again, if you have any questions, I'll be posting our contact information on here, and feel free to reach out at any time, and we will see you next time. Thank you.